Welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Dragoon. Oh my goodness, I have completely redone my audio settings and it feels so good. I don't want to bore y'all with the technical details, but never again will I have to worry about adjusting game audio. I can do that in editing now. I have separate tracks for voice and for game, so that should help quite a bit. I won't have to do all this up and down and oh, I hope that wasn't too loud and blah blah blah. If it is, I can just fix it in post. So anywho, hey, it's one of those fiery fish that we saw. How many hits do you think to kill this thing? One? I'm gonna say one. Yep. And technically two, because double slash, but one attack from one character. And speaking of, I haven't actually checked in a little bit. Let's take a look at our additions. Okay, addition. Well, hey, look at that. Double slash is well over. So let's switch to Volcano. And, right, Rose. Almost forgot. Goodness. Rose, Whip Smack is at 33 of 40. And I think I want to bring Lavitz back in, actually, now. And we'll work on Spinning Cane a bit. Let's go ahead and do this now that they're both level 8. I tend to keep the lower levels in my parties. I'm not sure, to be honest, if party members get more experience than standby characters. I don't know. Oh, just heard a little bit of skipping. I might need to free up some RAM usage here on my machine. Let me just close a couple of these somewhat unnecessary programs. I run idle games, guys, so like I leave a couple of those running in the background, and one of them is getting to be really, really high numbers, so I think it uses a bit more RAM than it needs to. Or it makes me expend more RAM than I ought to be expending for the calculations in that game. Anyway. Yes, one of them is Cookie Clicker. And yes, I do make obscene numbers of cookies. No, I will not be playing or sharing that here on YouTube. I have been running it almost since the game's launch, though, on the same save file, with very minimal cheating, because there are some achievements for cheating in cookies. I cheated in, what, 10 or 20 million? And that might sound like a lot, but I am several orders of magnitude above that now. I'm in like the octodecillions. So it's 10, 20 million hacked cookies is a fraction of a second of my current cookie income. Bet you didn't expect humble brags about Cookie Clicker in a Legend of Dragoon video, did ya? Let's get back to dragooning, though. I'd like to see what enemies are in the forest here. More polygons. But HD polygons now. Okay, Mandrake and Run Fast. So Mandrake is green? I would say that's green. No, purple. Okay, so purple is lightning. No weakness. That's either blue or green. I don't know. suppose it doesn't matter so much since I'm not really using attacking magic right now. I don't think the characters attack with their elements. I think that's only for when you use magic specifically. Or magic attack items, whatever you want to call them. Well, that was a pretty easy fight. Oh, and look, Lavitz is now level 9, so I should switch him out for Shauna. However, since I will be using Shauna heavily later on, we'll let Lavitz be in the main party for now. Like what, Rose? Ooh. Is Fairbrand a poisonous dragon? Yep. Oof. I guess it's hard for men in the late 90s, early 2000s to not be sexist. Sheesh. Thank you, Rose. Clap back of the year. As we will learn later in the story, yes, Rose is in fact a special case. But that's neither here nor there. Lavitz was being a jerk. It's the one moment I don't like Lavitz. Or what he says. The rest of the time, he's like my favorite character. Yeah, Shauna, don't run off on your own in dangerous territory to take a rest. That's... oh boy. What's that undulating thing in the background? It's creepy. Okay, let's move on indeed. There's a way over there. I was hoping to find a way to cross the river. Might have to go a little further down for that. Ooh, some kind of armadillo thing this time around. Lizard man. Brown, so earth, weak to wind. Hey now, that wasn't very nice. You know what? I've completely spaced out and forgotten. The reason I had Shauna in my party was for someone to use the magic 6-stone more frequently. But that's okay. Honestly, it's not that important for Mook battles. It's really nice, don't get me wrong. It's absolutely a fantastic item. But if you're just fighting your way through the story, it's not necessary very often. I find where it really shines is when you're grinding, because you can make sure to get through enemies without worrying about taking as many hits. You can stay out grinding longer between sessions of running back to rest at an inn. Hey, and Dart gains a Dragoon level. Alright, got his level 2 magic. Explosion. If I recall correctly, that is a all enemies target 50% fire damage. And when I say 50% fire damage, that's not as cool as you might be thinking. It's not, so I should have gotten into an encounter on that last screen, sorry. Go back. It's not 50% of their HP, because then why would you care if it's fire damage, right? If it's only 50% of their HP, it can't be, like, super effective or anything. It's 50% of your strength, or your magic stat? Something like that. Honestly, Dragoon magic kind of sucks until you get to the higher levels. Astral Drain is great because you get some healing with it. Flame Shot and Explosion, kind of lame. Later on we'll get a couple of other Dragoons that have healing spells, and healing is always good. But yeah, a lot of Dragoon magic is not as good as using magic attack items. Wow, I'm surprised I missed that addition. I thought it felt like I timed it right. Oh well, sorry, Rose. Got that one. Oh yeah, the other thing that I've managed to do with this audio setup, I've been complaining for so long about how good my mic is and how it picks up everything. Well, now it does not. I found out that it wasn't just the gain on the microphone that was messing me up, but also the microphone volume setting in Windows itself. Because that setting was so high, that was making my mic extra sensitive. So I nerfed that down from, I think it was at like 93, it's down to 75 now. And it doesn't pick up anything extra just by being on. There has to actually be a sound. It doesn't pick up like my computer fan anymore. Not that you could hear my computer fan very loudly before, but it was definitely there. You didn't hear it because it was covered up by the game audio, but I could hear it and I could see it on my monitor, little green and yellow bar thingy that shows me how loud my different volume inputs are. Again, without getting too technical, point is, I made the mic less sensitive, both on the hardware side by turning down the gain, or how sensitive the microphone itself is, and on the software side by turning down how sensitive Windows listens to it. Still picks up my voice nice and clear. In fact, if anything, I think it makes my voice a little more clear because there's nothing passive, such as my computer fan, muffling it anymore. Not louder, just more crisp, more clear. Bit by bit, I'm getting better and better at this YouTube thing. Now the algorithm's another story. I tend to do videos that don't really get picked up in the algorithm. So, I would never expect this channel to get very big. Heck, best I did was an Animal Crossing 30-second clip from my Switch that got almost 200,000 views. Got a bunch of subscribers off that who are probably very disappointed that I haven't posted anything else Animal Crossing since. I get a few subscribers here and there off of my silly little shorts that I do from time to time. Did one about the LED kit on my PS5. Every now and then I'll do like a shiny Pokemon that I found in something like Legends Arceus or a Scarlet Violet. Make a clip of that and do a short. And those get some views. Sometimes those hit the algorithm, but my main videos tend to just kind of, you know, gather like 15 to 30 views on average, and then that's it. Sometimes my episode 1s of Let's Plays take off, though. When I did Chrono Cross, Radical Dreamers Edition, the first episode of that got a couple thousand, which was pretty nice. Of course, the average view time is like 3 minutes out of an hour, so people aren't watching the whole thing. But it's fine. It's all watch time. Oh yeah, and then a while back I had that AMV that randomly got featured in another creator's AMV's related videos via the YouTube algorithm. I think somebody in Mexico or another Spanish-speaking country, based on the analytics of where my traffic was coming from, all of a sudden I'm getting a ton of views on this video, mostly from Mexico. So I think it was an AMV creator down there whose audience was coming to me via related. I don't know. That's just a theory. But anyway, it's kind of fun having a small channel because I can reply to all the comments. I don't have to worry about monetization. I've got a day job. I do software QA, you know. I got a pretty good gig. So I can just kind of do this at my leisure. Play whatever I want. Interact with anybody who wants to leave a comment. And yeah, things are good. Wow. Pinch the bridge of your nose a little bit and say that, and you'll sound like Owen Wilson. Wow. Poor Shauna is feeling sick and then fell down a spider web and got knocked out right afterwards. That's what you call a rough day. Meanwhile, Rose over here is just cool as a cucumber, at least outwardly. Oh, I forgot about this. Shoot. If I recall correctly, this pure water will restore our hit points. I'll double check that, but if so, I'm gonna feel very silly because I just used a couple of healing potions. Gosh darn heck, anyway. Oh, yes sir, wasted my healing potions. Because now if I look at my stats, everybody's HP is back. Not sure if that restores MP because I haven't used any MP recently. Okay, I'm an exclamation point. There we go. Alright, we got some exploring to do here, don't we? Let's go a long way around, eh? down here. My plan is to explore every path until I find all the treasure chests. If I find a save point, I turn around and go the other way. After saving, of course. And then once I have all the treasure boxes, continue past the save point. And we should be able to easily get to the boss of this area. Whoa, I was very early. Sorry, Lavitz, but you don't have your Dragoon yet, so it doesn't matter that much. Like, getting the addition credit for towards mastery would be nice, but no SP means if I screw up with Lavitz's additions, I'm not all that bothered. I will, however, change that attitude as soon as I get his Dragoon Stone. Which I'll give you one guess what color his Dragoon Stone's gonna be. Everybody's color-coded in this game, friends. Hint, hint. Oh my gosh, did I accidentally just find the way through? I did, didn't I? Sort of. I know I need to do something with these things. Yeah, that's right. I have to touch the icky things to get rid of the other grody things. Bravery amulet. I believe that prevents fear. Just a simple accessory. The notion of one encounter per screen is somewhat out the window here, since there are so many passageways to explore. Hold up, I feel like I can get to that treasure box from here. Maybe not, maybe you have to come down from somewhere else later. Alright, keep looking. One more nice thing about this new audio setup, I got my microphone back on the boom arm so it's no longer on my desk, so it doesn't pick up as many, what do you want to call them? Like if I drum on my desk, listen, you can still hear it, like with my fingernails, right? But it's not super resonant because the microphone stand is not on my desk, so that tap on the desk doesn't travel up through the microphone stand into the microphone and be really annoyingly loud. So for those times that I bump my desk now, there shouldn't be a super loud kadong. And even if there is, again, it's two separate tracks now. I can just edit that right out. No one will ever know. And since there's no ambient noise, it's pretty much dead silent between when I speak. So even if I clip out a bit of something that I say, or a noise, and I don't mention that I've clipped it out, it won't even be noticeable. And I think that's pretty nice. Ever so slightly more professional, bit by bit, keeping on improving, you know. What a spooky plant. I don't know if spooky's the word there, Dart. Creepy, slimy, gross, but spooky? May as well heal while I'm down here. Okay, I have that exclamation point. And the only other thing I see here is how to climb upwards. Honestly, I remember being a little bit baffled by this the first time I played through. Which to me is good. It's good level design. Make you run around and explore and try a few things and find everything that way. Keep you engaged and interested. It's good. And the encounter rate is polite enough that I'm getting some fights, getting some Dragoon experience and some addition credit. But I'm not annoyed by the number of encounters. I'd kind of like it to be 0. But, meh. Ooh, Sun Rhapsody. See, it is good to fight. Sometimes you get some real good loot. Okay, so the only things I'm seeing here is the HP restore and climb up. Can't touch that one. The plant just says it's a spooky plant. So I guess I need to go find another way up. Can I do this, maybe? Did I already try this? No, I haven't gone this way yet. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Now if I touch this one, that one falls down and I can get the treasure box right after this battle. Anyway. Okay, so encoding 2 tracks definitely takes a little more RAM. I got 16 gigs in this machine though, so I have enough. I gotta remember to close my idle games, and I might need to close Chrome entirely, because that thing's always a bit of a memory piggy. It's better now than it was, but Chrome still uses an awful lot of memory. For someone like me who has way too many tabs open. And yes, those tabs do not use memory when they're inactive. I know. But oh boy, I really should bookmark instead of keeping tabs open in permanentia and as an ad nauseum. I have a Final Fantasy IX trophy guide that I've had open for months, and I haven't been playing Final Fantasy IX. Honestly, it's kind of hard for me to play that game. It's a great game. I love it. Rather, I loved my time playing it. I enjoyed it a lot, but when my grandfather passed away, my mom was the executor of estate, and she didn't want to be in her parents' house alone. So over summer vacation from school, I went with her. And she would be working on cleaning up and clearing out Grandma and Grandpa's stuff. Grandma had gone a few years before. And I would sit there with my PlayStation and just play Final Fantasy IX, start to finish. I did the whole game, including most of the side quests. Had game FAQs called up on my laptop. And, yeah. I think I associated the repressed feelings to that game, because now whenever I play it, I just feel kind of melancholy. Which is a darn shame. I wish I'd done that with like Final Fantasy VIII or another game that I don't really like all that much. Oh. Sorry, Final Fantasy VIII. You're just not a good game. Should be, but you're not. The junction system just falls flat. It has the potential to be interesting, but then there's just one way to do things that makes sense and no other experimentation. The enemies scale with you, so there's no point in ever leveling up. Unless you're playing the PSN version that has trophies for leveling up, of course. Or the Steam version, I guess. The story, like, is super weird. Random string of coincidences is random, and also there's evil and space. Like, what? Sort of a mess. If you're anything like me, you don't go back to Balam Garden and read all the extra Timber Maniacs and extra information in Squall's terminal, so you miss out on a big chunk of the story. I had no idea who the heck Laguna was, or why he was connected to Squall the first like 3 times I played that game, because I didn't care about reading the extra stuff. I just wanted to play the story. It wasn't until I went back and found out about Laguna and Julia's relationship, or lack thereof, and that Squall and Renoa were, their family. Once I learned all that, it was like, holy cow, this game, I see it in a completely different light. But not knowing that stuff, the game doesn't tell you unless you go out of your way to find that all out. Just makes it a really shallow and trite experience. Cute girl falls for jerk, and jerk remains a jerk and becomes slightly more sociable. They go to space and then fight a sorceress when they come back. The end. Like, what? But once you find out that Laguna and Squall are related, that Julia and Renoa are related, then it becomes a love story across generations, and a fulfillment of unrequited love, or unrequited love, however that's pronounced, fulfilled by future generations, which is at least more intriguing than my academy floats and I fight bad guys and there's guns with swords with guns in them. Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII should have been good, but it was a mess. Apparently I paid enough attention, though, to rant about it. I will not be covering that one on this channel. If you guys really, really want to see me play Final Fantasy VII, alright. 9, okay. Heck, I'll even do 10. I'll do 10 too for you guys before I do Final Fantasy VIII. I'll swallow my pride and do Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13, before I do Final Fantasy 8. Or if you guys want to see my favorite one, I'll do FF5. I love that one. Super duper good. I played the GBA version. Let's heal up Mr. Lavitz. Then we'll go ahead and save into our backup slot. And we're at a half hour, so we got a lot of time left to fight this upcoming boss that's supposedly somewhere just around the corner. Rutrow. It's Graham. Mr. Graham Cracker. Graham? I actually don't know how his name would be pronounced. I just say Graham because I think it sounds cool, but I don't know. He might just be a graham cracker. That's what my kid has for breakfast most mornings. Part of his breakfast, anyway. Of course, Girahim from Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Also is known as Graham Cracker in my head canon. That's because I like to lampoon things. Side note, Graham's outfit looks remarkably like something I've seen in an anime, and I can't for the life of me remember which one it is. I want to say like Log Horizon, but I don't think that's right. There's somebody who has armor quite similar to that in some anime or another. Ooh, good question. Good answer. Ooh, plot twist. Of course, Rose says, no, it's not a plot twist. It's the established canon that I haven't told you yet. Before we die, that's going to be a long ways away, friend. Buddy, have I got some news for you. Not only do we have the courage to fight against you, we have two of those as well. So, yeah. Now, whom should I take out first? Owie. Oh gosh, I've only got one healing potion. I didn't realize the other one was a breeze. That's alright. This'll go to Dart. So I think taking out the dragon first makes the most sense. Do I have any... I do have pellets. I unfortunately can't see my status in battle, so I'm not sure if Dart or Rose would be better with magic items. However, we're just gonna go ahead and... I think I want to take out the dragon first. It looks like the bigger threat. I don't actually know from like a gameplay standpoint, which one is more dangerous here. So that's pretty good damage. It raises its attack power. That makes it quite threatening, yes. Ooh. Oh, I guess hitting it with earth attacks raises its attack power. Maybe I should stop doing that. And Lavitz is stunned. And Lavitz is not stunned. Oh, Fairbrand is down to almost dead, so let's go ahead and just pellet him to death after all. One more attack power up should be fine, because he'll die either to Rose's pellet or an attack shortly thereafter. Again, this is okay, because Rose gets a turn. And yep, Fairbrand is red, so I think this will do the trick. Ooh, if I don't mess up my boost. There we go, 184% for 156 damage. Dragon, go bye-bye. Now we take out the flappy man up there in the air. Oh no, he's using wind magic again. Whatever shall we do? You know what? This is a boss battle, gosh darn it. We should be pulling out all the stops. We'll go ahead and transform. We've got a little bit of damage on all three of us, so I suppose it's a good time for a tailbone laser. Death Dimension. Dark, 25% strength, all targets, adds fear. That's pretty nice. But since I want a bit of healing, we'll use Astral Drain. Slurp, slurp, slurp. How are we looking damage-wise? The healing is nice, but 94? Okay. Pretty decent. Mr. Dart, it's your turn to transform. And then Explosion. Yeah, 25% strength all or 50% single for 10 less MP. In this situation, Flame Shot is definitely the better move. Now if there were like 3 or 4 targets to hit, I'd be thinking about Explosion. Okay, 66. Not bad, not bad. 9 damage to me. May as well have Lavitz use additions, right? I was really tempted to use Rose's Dragoon attack here, but I just don't have the confidence in me hitting that Dragoon Edition wheel thingamajig. I think the magic is more reliable damage output. That's it for Rose's Dragoon turns. And that's it for the battle. Alright. Now we get a good amount of EXP. Look at that. Levels for Rose and Lavitz. No new additions. A trophy, though. PSN trophy for my efforts. A somber take, but not untrue. Rose does have a point. That's yours now, buddy. Guess who's a dragoon? It's Lavitz. Jade Dragon. Yes, I always say green, but Jade. there we have it. Our third Dragoon. Oh yeah. Lohan. Yes, let's go visit Lindsay and see how she's doing. Lindsay is not an in-game character. I mean Lindsay Lohan, the actress, in real life. Real talk, I don't like most of her work, although she was pretty darn good alongside Jamie Lee Curtis in Freaky Friday. It's a fun old movie if you ever want to go watch a modern classic, I guess. It's not really a classic, but it's like the third time they remade Freaky Friday, I think. I know there was at least one older film from like the 60s, and then there was the Lindsay Lohan version, I want to say from the 90s. And I think there may have been one even older, but I'm not sure. Okay. Onward to Lohan. Get into my customary battle in between locations here. And this might be the first time I do a bit of grinding in between episodes, actually. Okay, I don't remember if this is one of the special enemies or not. Let's see what happens. Looks like it is. Okay. Managed to deal 1 damage so far. 2. And it's running. Should have used the Sig Stone. Okay, now I know if I see one of those again, I will Sig Stone it right away. Got some SP for Rose and Dark, though. Oh, shoot. I didn't actually mean to enter. That's alright. We'll go find the save point and wrap up this episode. I think there might be a cutscene upon entry here. This is going to be an important area for a couple of reasons. This whole town, I mean. If this was Chrono Cross, we'd just jaunt off to the other world and grab some Hydra humor to make an antidote. But it's not. Our friend, the guy that was falling off the cliff that we saved, he lives here. And he's who we'll be going to see to ask about the Dragoni plant on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Of this series. For now, I gotta find the inn. I can never remember what sign means what. This is item shop. Oh, well, while I'm here, I may as well stock up on my items. Okay, give me like 4 of those. See, now we can buy Sun Rhapsodies, so that's nice. Let's sell. Two mind purifiers. 1 body purifier. What else have we got here? Go ahead and sell off one of those dancing rays just to make some room. And then we're going to want to buy sure. Let's grab 3 of each. And that'll be good for now. Okay. I do know that I'm looking for blue arrows. The one upstairs is a weapon shop. The blue door over here, I can't remember his name all of a sudden, but that is the guy that we want to go see eventually. Angel robe. That is not for Rose, I guess. Oh, should probably equip that. Okay. So the chain, or the chain, goodness, the whatever the heck I was saying. The angel robe. There we go. I got there. The angel robe will be for Shauna when we get her back. Here's the inn. I'm going to save and end it there. So that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It helps the video get seen and the channel to grow. If you'd like to see more content like this, consider subscribing. I upload episodes of Legend of Dragoon every Tuesday and Thursday, and on Saturdays I do Dragon Quest Builders too. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications of when I upload a new video. Other than that, once more, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye.